we all know, we've all been in the industry a long time, and we all know that one of the major mistakes that traders make is not cutting losses because you get too attached to a position and getting too emotional about profits. So banking a profit too soon rather than letting a profitable trade run. So not running your profits and cutting the losses too soon. And you just touched on emotional trading. How do you know from the data when traders are emotional or not?
All right. So we have two totally different ways that we measure that. One is using what we call our psychological metrics, of which there's 4 or 5 on the platform right now. So we take key situations that we know traders behave differently. So the really simple one is the first trade of the day. That's right. So it's simple to explain and simple to understand. And about 30% of traders have an issue with the first trade of the day, right? And so fear versus greed, right? So if you're a greed-based trader, right, often your first trade of the day is a huge weakness, right? So these traders can't wait for the market to open, and as soon as they do, they will just open a position because they need to be trading, right? And so we've had traders where literally, you know, the first trade of the day might be 10% of their trades. If they do 10 trades a day, it might be 1% of their trades if they're very active traders, but it might lose their entire P&L. You know, so a small habit like that for one trade could be costing, you know, it could be the reason that your P&L is half what it could be, right? So we have a series of those around winning streaks, losing streaks, first trade of the day, and speed of trading. So one of the other more interesting ones around velocity is you close out a position, we measure how long you wait to get back in the market, and we see if those extra fast re-entries have a statistical bias, basically, right? Okay. And again, I think it's maybe 25% of traders, you will see that they do. And often that really fast trading is the emotional baggage from the last one and back in kind of thing. And we put a number on that as well. So again, it may be 5% of your trades, you're back in within 30 seconds, but they account for 85% of your losses. That's the kind of thing the platform will tell you. Okay. So that's the hard answer to it. But we have a much simpler metric as well. We call it the disposition ratio. So literally what we do is we take all your trades and we split them between the winning trades and the losing trades, and we see on average what is the ratio of time spent in winners and time spent in losers, right? And with Game Plan, what you find is that traders who think, you know, they're setting up a decent risk rewards, they maybe think they're setting up 2 to 1 because they go in and they put on a stop and they put in a target, right? But actually they never let that finish. And so they end up, as you said, cutting those winners too quickly. And you can see that in disposition because you might see, you know, they're 5 minutes in a winner, but they're 20 minutes in the loser on average, right? And with Playmaker, the new product, because we do that live and real time, you can see, so what might happen is you go in the morning and your first 10 trades are closed out and the disposition on those is fine, but you've all these open trades and they're more losing trades. So you've obviously closed your, and we've got that lovely visual in Playmaker, and you can see close, 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 and then the opens. And if you have a habit of letting your open trades stay in losing positions too long, it's kind of a nudge to help you to take action.
And do people heed the advice from performance analytics and Playmaker? Can you see if they're making mistakes? Are they changing their behaviour to adapt based on?
So as of now, and it's early days, right? As of now, we are seeing, for example, before people had Playmaker, you know, one of our discipline levels was measuring on average. So it's a lot of, you know, it's an average number, about 48%. Right? And within 10 sessions, we see that clicking up to 60%. So it's not making everybody perfectly disciplined yet, but the indication is that it's helping. Okay? So people do less of the bad trades using Playmaker.
Okay. And that's really interesting. And actually, I suppose that's what trading is. Trading is about winners and losers, and the fewer losers you have, the more success you might have.
Yeah, well, actually, it's and again, when the next time we speak, we will have real numbers behind this. But you know, for a trader who is not successful, the number of trades they would have had to eliminate to be successful is like 2 or 3%. That's all, right? So if you've been trading and you've 400 or 500 trades under your belt, there's very few trades, your biggest outliers, right? So what we're trying to really do is go, well, we do want to reduce that number of outliers. A few trades can really turn things around. So, you may still, our most successful traders show huge weakness, right? So weakness is not a factor of being a successful trader. We're humans, so we all have our strengths and weaknesses, but the successful traders cotton onto it a bit faster and they're smarter about getting themselves out of the situation. So we are trying to nudge people to just be aware, right? So the discipline monitor, it's really simple: green, amber, red. But a little amber light and you're close to a level, that can be enough to trigger someone to take action. And so we're just trying to help. So we're not dictating what to do, but the nudge is trying to get people to be more aware of taking the action a little bit faster.